The show started. What's up? What's up? What's up? You're listening to what is the name? What's the name of my show? What is the name of my show? It's Two Gays and One Straight.
Okay, because I thought you were gonna say three gays for a second.
I was gonna go home and pack all this shit up.
Again, you know, it's still
looking at me.
It ain't shit questionable.
I'm Jason J.
And I am the DJ Amazing Grace, a.k.a. Childish Glover.
Yes.
Childish Glover.
Yes, you see how I did that?
Yeah,
you see what I did there? You see what I did there? Yeah.
I'm AD.
Shouts to you.
And I like vagina.
You like vagina?
I feel like I gotta say that every show.
I think you should.
Because we really gave you up.
Yeah.
I have some video.
You shoot all that shit down.
I wanted to post it for your birthday. Happy birthday. Shouts to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I think you did.
A week ago?
Yeah. A week and a half ago.
So.
We just chill, man.
I had this dope video, though.
What?
Of him, of AD.
Yeah.
You totally gang out, totally femme out. He was it was like a whole Vogue and a head twitch. No, I promise y'all.
Was it here?
I'll send it to the group. Don't play with me.
Was it here?
I'll send it right now.
You were doing that?
Yeah, you were right here, right there, that seat, right there.
Oh, yeah,
you
probably.
He remembers. Look, he remembers.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to like understand, your movements as gay folks.
Listen,
Yo, Google this, right? So the S, there has to be an S on all these letters.
Right now, phones out.
And we're saying what? That there's no S.
So AD said earlier tonight that in the LGBT acronym.
Right.
I thought it was LGBTS.
LGBTQ is now what it is.
I thought it was QS.
Q was
all right, hold up.
He said,
what am I supposed to Google?
You are not in our world.
Can I tell the people what we went through on the way up here?
Yes.
Okay?
He said on the way to Middle Passage.
We were listen. It don't know where we was at, but I was lost translation because I'm on my phone. Like, wait a minute, he's S. What's S? So he said that there's an S added to the LGBTQ.
Why?
But we were trying to figure out what was S.
Right.
So can we come up with what S could be?
Look, what does?
And then he said
it's right here.
Where?
It's right here. Acronyms free dictionary.
Oh my God.
Look, LGBTQS. All right, we got to stop because
y'all doing the alphabet. It's not.
It's right there.
What's
free
happening?
Dictionary. And it says straight right at the end.
Oh my God. It's
I told you.
Okay, so this dictionary here is clearly made by a straight person. Wants inclusion. And we created that so that we could just have our own stuff.
You know what is pissing me off though?
What?
That straight men, their clothes look like gay man clothes. So now you can't tell. Their clothes are so fucking tight.
No.
Yeah.
I got to shout out.
Some of these dudes out here dressing like weirdos.
I got to shout out a really dope brother. His name is Drift. He's from East Orange. And he said today on his Facebook, it was so funny. He said, yo, where can I find jeans that aren't of the ballerina persuasion? And I just thought that was so funny because you can't.
Yeah.
You legit can't.
I had this post once. It said, in a world full of rompers, wear joggers.
I don't want a lot of y'all straight men wearing them joggers and stuff, especially the gray ones. Please, you're offending me, okay? I don't want to see it.
Why don't you just go get a dildo?
I have one. I don't want to see yours. Because going to the bathroom is already hard enough, AD. I don't need that problem.
I like gray, but all I wear is joggers. So gray is a color I wear.
I definitely don't.
Y'all wear it a lot, though. y'all wear gray a lot.
No, we don't. Y'all just pay attention to when we wear gray.
Y'all got a whole group on Facebook now.
It's like when women.
Look, Liz laughing because she knows.
It's not because she be following Shawty. It's like when women wear sundresses. They don't wear sundresses all the time, but when they do, it's like high alert.
Okay.
Sundress.
Okay.
Booty shaking.
Don't women show off their vagina?
I saw a woman today in the Home Depot. Baby, listen.
I know they do. They show off
You was in the car, and I saw her.
What do you call that? Monkey knuckle?
Oh yeah. She had a whole
moose knuckle, like camel toe.
Moose knuckles. What the fuck is this?
I'm talking about fat pussy.
That's not called that.
I thought it was called camel toe.
Camel toe.
Yeah, camel toe.
Yeah. And don't women show that off now?
Yeah, if it looks right, but if the fupa though, if the fupa is too much, and you know what the fupa is, the fat underneath your
fupas.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, shout out to all the ladies.
I mean, you don't have to show it off. You don't have to show off your
fupa is a fucking funny word.
Fupa is a funny word. Fupa.
Oh my gosh.
So what's going on? What's been up? I'll start with my day.
You better start because you know AD get to start and then I get to start. And
never
get to you. The show's
then
over.
Before you know it, it's time to wrap.
Right. I'm the CEO.
Great week, Jay. Thanks for coming. Bye. No, how was your week, Jay?
All right. So my week has been good. All right. So yesterday I started service work because I was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually went down to St. John's Church on Mulberry Street in Newark.
Shouts to them.
And I started work at 7 a.m. It works from 7 to 1.
What time you have to get up to be somewhere at 7 o'clock?
Probably like 5:30. I get up at 5.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I get up early, but I don't want to have to be somewhere that early. I'm already
mind.
up.
I'm a
I just
morning
need to do
person.
my
Yeah, me
thing.
too. I like being up.
I'm a morning person.
I love being up, but I don't want to have to be somewhere.
But I mean, when I am so impressed with how organized it is, how beautiful the church is. They really take care of the food. ShopRite brings in the food, sets it up for them, donates food to them, and it was just really like an eye-opening experience.
This is in Newark, New Jersey, right?
And this is in Newark,
what church
New
is
Jersey.
it?
St. John's.
And it's St. John's. It's on Mulberry Street.
That's right around the corner from where I do the radio show.
Right over where you do it, the after party.
That's dope because I went to a homelessness event this week, and it was candidates because the election was this Tuesday. Right. I went last week. I'm sorry, it was Friday actually. I went, but it was really dope. Yeah, it was Ross Faraka and Gail Cheneyfield Jenkins. I think is her name.
Shout out to my guy Andre.
Andre?
From,
that's right. That's right. Did he win?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we had him on the podcast before too.
Really good to know that that's happening in the city, at St. John's, because that's what the conversation was about, being community involved and stuff. So that's happening. People should know.
Bro,
so if y'all playing footsies, because I'm not here for it, okay? I'm not.
Me either. My foot is out.
It's already getting weird with the first 10 minutes, okay?
You said it wasn't a
Just saying. Y'all need a time alone?
No, I'm good.
Get your finger out my ass.
Y'all know this being recorded, right? Okay.
Listen, listen. If you don't see the visual, I'm sitting clearly across from Jason,
and my feet are tucked.
No, it was DJ Gray's.
I just want, when you talk about fingers and ass, I just want to know that it's physically impossible because I'm sitting across.
I ain't there for this shit. Hey, you said host the show. You ain't say nothing else.
Me neither.
Nothing else, right?
I ain't with that funny shit.
Nah, but that's great. I'm glad to hear that you. Was that fulfilling? Did you feel like, warm and fuzzy? Because I know you're emotional.
Right, I'm emotional. I'm an emotional cancer.
I know it's coming. I'm a cancer.
I like long walks on the beach.
I feel like my spirit guides brought me there. If you don't know what spirit guides are, you have to YouTube it. I'm still getting used to the whole spirit guide thing, but YouTube it, Google it. But I feel like my spirit guides directed me and directed me there.
I know about spirit guides, and I'm glad you have. My grandfather put me on the spirit guides. He told me that I wasn't his, and I was like,
"He put you off."
He put me off. I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry."
Please. Old folks have a shrewd, truthfulness that's funny. As
you would like my grandfather though.
Probably, we probably
real
shoot
straight,
this shit.
Straight shooter type dude. And you're military.
Can you play chess?
Yes.
All right, we would definitely
absolutely.
I can't play chess. I'm like, what do I do with this horse?
I bet I know what you want to do with that horse. Say that though. AD, how was your week?
I don't like horse dicks. I really don't.
I was waiting for the dick comment.
All right. Gosh, I was trying to go past it. You hear me? I said, "How was your week?" Please.
You know what I mean? Your throat.
No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, me
Honey,
neither.
I don't know what he means.
Sorry, can't relate.
One of those kind of had to be there kind of moments. That was that.
And moments I won't be there.
I won't be there.
We should do a fucking podcast. What is it? Service work day.
On location,
at the church.
At the place.
So you mean just do a podcast on location?
On location?
If they would let us, but even if we could, experience it, go, and then come back and talk about it, and take pictures and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean like, all right, yeah. I mean, that's cool. We were talking about in the car before.
I'm ready to go outside.
We got to go out and touch the people.
Go out and touch the people.
Yeah.
Gonna leave that one there. Gonna leave that one
in the hearts.
Everything about sex with the
hearts. Because you, bro. What
are
you talking about?
It really is. You really have a way of turning everything into a sex.
I could be like Blue. You can be like
sexy.
Is it because?
Is it because I'm hot and sweaty?
Oh, he's pitching.
It's not that hot in here. Just to let you guys know.
Oh my gosh.
So listen. All right. So the ATL thing that we were discussing earlier.
Well, wait, we didn't even ask AD. How was the week?
Shit, I was like 18.
We don't really care about straight guys' weeks, but how was yours? How was it? I'm totally kidding.
Don't discriminate.
I want to know.
I'm gonna hold it down for us heteros.
Go through his week.
You watched the
after his birthday. Did you have birthday sex?
First of all,
look, we have so many questions. You have birthday sex?
No, I didn't.
Damn.
I didn't.
I don't know what that was about.
No, I have a weird feeling about strip clubs on the East Coast because I'm from the South.
You're getting old, bro. Like, damn, you ain't got no booty.
What do you mean? I really wasn't on the hunt.
He's healing.
Yeah,
he's is healed. He can. That part is fine.
It is.
I don't know that for any facts.
It's,
I feel like it's fine.
Media, so.
That's true. He's been very.
I did do some work on my birthday.
Damn, bro.
So I'm working on it.
Aggravating.
He's an entrepreneur, CEO.
But by the time he does, like when he does find her, she gonna be so ready.
You probably get her pregnant.
What? Why? No, we got trips to take. There's so much to do before we do all that pregnant shit.
Yeah, right?
What?
Stop it.
All right, fine, no.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I could be a gay man. Listen, I figured this out. I could be a gay man, and I could be a straight man. I could be that.
Like,
I know how this works. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk more about that later on because we have to talk about.
Wait, he didn't even get to. His...
All right, so look, my week has been full of renovations. We're renovating 2 rooms in the house. I'm turning one into an office for up south, and then I'm doing one for Liz, which I'm almost finished. I'll probably finish tonight. Fucking IKEA, bro. Oh my god.
What? Overwhelming?
Yeah, man. First of all, we went on a Saturday. It's fucking. Listen, okay, I got a story real quick.
All right.
And we'll just cap my week off with this, right? So that's pretty much all my week has been is renovating this room. So we go to IKEA on last Saturday, right? Well, we go Friday, pick out everything we want first. Then when we go Saturday, it's get in, get out. So we go Saturday. I got this little like big ass cubby thing to put all t-shirts and all that kind of shit. Whatever algorithm of clothing I want to store.
They always got good storage shit at IKEA.
Right? Yeah. Great storage shit. You know it's Swedish, by the way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Swedish people.
Pretty compact.
But make sure every part and every piece is in there.
I did today.
They'll fuck you up.
I put the bed
You'll get that shit home.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Oh, they'd be like, "What's a piece?" I don't even know how Swedish people talk.
One little piece, fuck the whole shit up.
So we go, right?
Wait, did you?
That was Italian.
Well, I just think everybody from over there sounds the same.
Cut.
The Swedes, the cubby. That sounds like Mario. But I went.
What's happening?
I went, right, and there's this beautiful cubby like storage unit, it's really big. I'm like, oh, that's great. It's black. I gotta have it, right? Okay. So I take a picture of the little.
That's what I said.
See, this is why.
All right, go ahead.
So we go downstairs to the self-serve warehouse storage, whatever.
Right.
Picking all the shit up, right? So we get everything on the list. When it comes to my cubby shit, the little crate thing is empty. It's empty.
It's empty?
Empty.
It's empty.
Empty. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? It's empty.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wait. AD, was it empty?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then the dude comes, right? And I'm like, hey, my man, excuse me. I'm looking for this, the little number they put on the tag.
Right.
He's like, oh, we're out of those. So I'm like, well, why is it on display then?
This is a black person's immediate reaction.
Everyone looked at me.
Because that's true. Why you put it on display if I can't buy the shit?
Thank you, Liz.
I get pissed off. No, I get pissed off.
Thank you.
Now,
maybe he went crazy.
Hey, I did get a little. I got a little abrasive. I'm not gonna lie, because I was so fucking furious.
It's probably hella people in there.
Yeah, I'm like, it's mad people. I'm stepping over little Asian kids, like, you know what I mean? It's mad shit going on, right? So that's not what made me mad.
Did you say Asian kids?
It was.
I had to say I want an Asian kid.
He done went on Swedish people, Asian kids.
Well, I really had to step over an Asian. I really had to step over a little Asian boy. I love you all.
He does too.
But what really ticked me off. What really? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
What really?
We'll never get through his.
What really pissed me off, right? Was the fact that he was like, well, it'll be here in about 2 weeks.
I ain't got time. I'm doing this shit today.
Right, so I took a white one. And I just got black paint, so I'm gonna paint the white one. But that's been my week.
That sounds like as hell, bro.
Right?
I should have brought the Hennessy here. I'm sorry.
I told him.
I
need a swig.
That was a funny ass story. I was like,
bro, it get real. That handiwork.
From a movie fucking scene.
I be having good intentions about handiwork, but then I think about shit like that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll pay somebody else to do it. I'm not doing that shit. I be wanting to be a man, but I'm not. I have to realize I'm not a man.
Me too.
I'm not Juwan man.
How was your week?
My week was really good. It was really busy. The Beat Boutique Entertainment Group is doing very, very good right now.
What is
the
that?
Beat Boutique Entertainment Group is my, that's me. That's my business.
Oh, why you ain't?
I be plugging. I got a whole lot of
Wait,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't be plugging. I don't be plugging, but I do have a whole lot of stuff. If you follow me, you know.
You have a lot
how to
going on.
find what I do.
Yeah, you do.
You were very
I really do.
You talking about me having a lot going on.
I actually do. And this week was really busy, which was great because I'm like, it's season, it's prom
Busy is
season, productiveness is going on. I got a new assistant.
Ooh,
I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
sweet
real
daddy.
good. I'm like, I'm out here.
Big time.
I had her making calls this week, so I was
Hey.
like, it was really good. It makes me feel like I'm leveling up a little bit.
Right.
Not anywhere near where I want to be, but this week was good. So,
Oh, yeah.
shouts
Speaking
to
of
that.
assist, we got intern Malik.
Shouts to the intern. Yep.
We got an
So,
intern. What?
Is everyone gonna clap their hands for
My hands are big, so dog clap.
that's big.
So yeah, Malik
Yeah,
will
man.
be with us this summer, and
Malik, are you single?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to put that out there.
Him on the
Oh
camera.
yeah, put him on the list. You know what to do.
Malik is single.
Like some
He
ladies.
goes to East Stroudsburg, right?
Strasbourg. Okay.
How old are you? 20,
21.
21. You just turned 21?
February.
Oh, okay, so he can drink.
Damn, let's get that voice.
You know what I mean?
Why couldn't he drink?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, legally, bro.
Oh,
I'm trying to get
yeah,
us sponsors
right,
and shit.
right. Like
Jason is like,
Jason.
oh,
Sorry.
Mike,
Come on. I thought you were changing.
So, yeah, we got an intern.
14, you know.
So,
He
yeah.
looks like Trey
Shouts
Songz,
to
by
that.
the way.
Shouts to that. So are you
I've never heard that before.
Malik?
Yeah.
You
are you,
weren't here last week, were you?
You know what I heard?
what?
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding.
You were here? No.
Yeah.
My whole life.
You do
Oh,
like
yeah,
Cuba
yeah,
Gooding.
yeah.
At least you don't
Oh,
like
I
Cuba
do
Gooding
see
in like
that.
radio.
You don't
That'd
think
be
he's
fucked up.
Trey Songz?
I've been told to be
Little bit,
radio for
little
Halloween
bit. His eyes
every year
are-
since like sophomore year.
He
high
does
school.
kind of like
Yeah.
Cuba. Show
Cuba,
me the
Cuba.
money! Y'all know about that shit. Jerry Maguire.
No, I think more Trey
Shouts
Songz.
to him. Are you in media? You're in school for media?
I mean, it's my minor,
Okay. That's what's up. Sure. What's your major?
criminal justice.
Yeah. Shouts to that.
Yeah, lock they
Nah,
badasses
for real.
up.
Because I know we can get started on some stories. I don't know. I just want to put this real quick out there. Did y'all see the Waffle House? No, don't laugh, Liz, because I'm not happy about this shit. Okay? Now the Waffle House incident, man.
Oh,
like, what's
yeah.
going on?
Now, my thing is,
Dude went to the prom. Like, it was his
Wait,
prom
what
clothes.
happened?
Like,
What
it was so
happened?
wrong
Yeah.
on so many
Tell-
levels.
tell the
All right, so let
listeners
me
what
catch y'all up. So I don't know what
'Cause
town it
Jason's
was.
not on
I
social
don't know
media
the town.
like
I'm sorry. I did post a video and I have no idea what town. Down south though, because
Yeah.
that's where Waffle House is at. Young brother takes his sister to the prom.
mm-hmm.
Goes to Waffle House, and apparently something happens at the Waffle House. We don't know the in between. But outside the Waffle House, he's being slammed against the glass at the Waffle House, and then lifted up, lifted up, and thrown to the ground.
Waffle House has had a
And it's just
bad,
like, what's
bad
going
couple
on?
of like weeks. They had
It's
the
really
shooting
bad.
at Waffle House. Shoot up IHOP.
But I'm not understanding why they're letting these cops like manhandle and like really abuse people. It's just really the woman from a couple weeks ago had her breast all out because they were on top. It was just it's just check
Well,
it
guess
out,
what happened?
guys. Go look into
Bar
it.
Marley's. You heard what happened with Bar Marley's
No, stop.
granddaughter? Sorry,
No.
I don't mean to tab.
Yeah, I saw that today.
No, what
Isn't
happened?
that crazy?
Yeah.
What happened?
They did it. They had an Airbnb in Cali. It was her
Okay.
and two
Love
of her
Airbnb.
friends, all three black. And the woman across the street, she called the police because they were outside. I guess they were packing up and leaving.
Okay.
She called the police and said there was 3 black people,
Ooh.
basically like trying to rob the house. And the police came 7 deep and a helicopter
Oh wow.
for them,
Oh,
and
that's-
did not. And she didn't say her last name isn't Marley, so
Right.
she didn't come out and say who she was.
Right.
But it was just the fact she gave them all the information. She called the person on the phone she was renting
That's
from,
really
and they
sad.
still did not believe her.
It's really sad.
Well, guess what? She got money to make
Look,
that
look.
lawsuit happen.
It's gonna be on
Because the
them.
Marley family do not play about their shit.
No, they don't. They
Especially-
seriously don't.
Nah,
Nah.
they'll come kill you
Like,
by
at all.
samples.
Like,
I don't
at
know about
all.
kill,
Right,
but
like,
they'll come after you
it will- yeah.
even if you sample Bob Marley for
wronged
some
them,
shit
yeah.
without
They're
saying,
coming for you.
it's a rap, and it's a lot of them
I'd be
too.
somewhere like hit me.
I don't know.
Fucking
That's,
hit me.
it's a resounding story though
Yeah.
that some folks
Another-
are
yeah.
not. They're not really respecting us as black folks.
Do you think that it's getting worse as we're more seen and out there and on
Yeah.
television?
I got a sister at Yale who was asleep in the common
Yeah, at
area.
Yale. She goes to Yale, bro.
Goes to Yale. She's a Yale
I guess
student.
they have
Black
apartments
sister
at
goes to
Yale.
Yale. Sleep in the common area, and a chick calls the cops on her because she was like she doesn't belong here.
At Yale, and then the cop goes, "We'll determine if you belong here or not." You dumbass!
Every
like,
person
what?
in that common area would have had to show ID.
Yeah.
Because
Out
you're
of-
not
yeah.
seeing nothing without everybody being
I would have went straight Denzel and Training Day.
out of here. It's crazy.
I can't believe this. It's horrible.
It's hard. It's hard out here for us.
It's
And we
horrible.
gotta, stay woke.
Yeah, man.
Stay
Speaking
real.
of slavery.
Speaking of slavery. Speaking of slavery.
Do we need to talk about slavery, or do we need to?
I don't know. Do you have something you want to
I
talk
mean,
about?
we need to review slavery from last week?
Oh, I missed last
being
week.
a choice or not? Or,
I
we can totally bypass it because I feel like we all know that.
I can tell you this: it ain't a choice.
It wasn't a choice.
It wasn't a choice.
It's a choice now.
Until
You don't have to be a slave.
I like that.
Until Brother
I like
Kanye.
that.
Yeah.
I like what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people need to know that they don't have to be.
That's true.
It's not a choice. It's a choice
It's a choice now.
Yeah, you got a choice with everything now.
Yeah.
But no, why do you think we should
Because
bring it up?
I mean, I feel like I had a problem with Harriet Tubman.
Okay, go.
You know, there's a real story.
Wait. Whoa.
Before he gets
backstory on that.
No, before he
He
gets
said he
started
had a
though.
problem with Harriet Tubman, like he went to college with her or something. Like, wait a minute.
Yo, you know that bitch
That
Harriet.
bitch Harriet, she took my damn credit card.
You know that Underground Railroad wasn't really underground. That
But
motherfucker
that's
was.
my problem.
She
It
caught a
wasn't
cab.
railroad. It was a tunnel. And
I'm done with him.
She should have been better when she named it. I
No,
feel like.
There
You
is
were so petty.
there is
so
backstory
petty.
to. There's actual like nuance. There's a lot to
That's a
Harriet
gay man
Tubman
right there.
that she wasn't. I got to do some more research, so don't
Okay.
quote me verbatim.
Okay.
But it's been things like saying what her agenda was, that it wasn't all just to free black people. Like there was some agenda in it for. I'm telling
She's
you.
a woman.
Listen, I'm sure it's a whole.
I gotta look into it. Like all these slave revolts people.
I'm sure
there
it's a
was
whole lot of
something,
story
like-
that we don't know though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
it's
So wait,
probably a whole
what
lot of
was
stuff
it?
we don't.
I don't know, but it was saying she wasn't all like for free to slaves and all that. You know what I mean?
Why y'all
Fuck
gonna
them
do this?
niggas.
That's not
Yeah.
right.
I ain't going back for the rest of them
Like
niggas.
nah, only some
I can
niggas
see
come.
all of our ancestors right now going like this, just like this.
But no, but the thing is, when our ancestors die and leave us, they leave us to tell the truth. You know what I mean? Some things get lost in the sauce.
Yes, no,
There's some
you're
truths
speaking
that get
absolute
lost in the
facts.
sauce,
and
man.
we don't know everything. And a lot of stories are told from people who just tell stories.
Exactly. That's why I think. That's why.
And when you
know.
tell somebody something enough times, like that quote that everybody keep running with, the Harriet Tubman quote that I heard is not really what Harriet Tubman ever said, people will believe that.
and they put it in history books and
Put in
shit.
history books. You're like, yeah, that's what she said.
No.
Like, how the fuck do you know?
No,
Like,
no, and you know what? That's what because I went.
Where did we
all
get
the
this shit
controversy
from?
with Kanye. I went and I looked up.
I got my high voice on today. I didn't mean to have my high
Like
voice.
like how to make a
Fire
slave,
D voice. Fire
how to
D.
make a
Some
slave
ladies.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when I was reading it, I was just kind of like, how do I know that any of this is true? Like I'm
This is
googling
what I'm
this,
saying.
and
We have to go deeper. That's the whole problem. Everybody wants to go, and now the fucking dumb shit. Everybody goes to Google. You got Kanye West looking on Google for information. Get a fucking book, my nigga. Like you're not convincing me. When you screenshot a bunch of names in Google, I'm sorry, the information is either gonna be wrong, elaborated, or just not there.
So where the fuck are we gonna get information?
It's
from?
called a book.
Yeah. There.
It's
Well, no.
like
but even
literally,
so,
this is crazy to me that we really.
but
like,
even
in
so,
this-
some like history.
Where did you get that from?
Like history books.
Library, my nigga.
Like that's a
Wait,
good
you
question.
Push a
Like
button and it opens.
Gay guys go to libraries.
how?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I could get lucky.
See, if I could just promote that,
That's
it
why
would be-
there's stains all over the
That's why I use Audible.
Audible.
Yeah.
Audible's
But
good.
in history books, like a lot of that shit is falsified
That's
too.
true. I'm just
So,
saying you have to know the sources.
We
And
don't.
really
In the words of
use-
Kanye, we don't know.
Fuck out
don't
of here.
know.
Fuck out of here. You find out.
So
you don't.
are you saying it could be a choice?
What, slavery?
No.
No,
Back
I never
then.
said that.
Back then.
Never said that.
Back then.
You will never catch
Back
me
then,
saying
I
that.
don't think it was a choice because like when black folks got kidnapped, it was like ignorance. They didn't know
Right.
what was
Right.
going on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Had they known, I'm sure.
Conditioning, a lot of brainwash.
I'm sure.
and shit like
That's
that.
why things like Christianity strike me a certain way sometimes.
But you don't think that that's happening on the same way, like now, conditioning, brain.
Oh hell yeah! But that's what Kanye was trying to say. He just delivered it completely. wrong. He delivered it on. You can't deliver anything at TMZ.
I was watching his video about mental. I was watching his Twitter. He had a bunch of like clips, and he was like,
Let me
She
go.
got money.
he was
got
talking about
money.
mental prison. And this doctor was basically breaking down what a mental prison is, using Kanye as like an example of it. And I was like, that's really interesting because all of us are in a mental prison.
Yeah.
We're and one. I'm trying to think of the one example he gave, but there was like traditions when you go with that normal thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not. I forget what the one. It was like one thing that we all have said or have done or whatever. And he was like, that's not the truth. That's not even the truth. History. That's what he said. History repeats itself. We hear that shit all the time.
Absolutely.
See, you said absolutely, but it doesn't. And when now let me break it down for you.
Mm-hmm.
He said history doesn't repeat itself because how? Time, you cannot go back to
the only thing you can't get back.
You cannot. Wait. Let me break it because I really had to think about that. I was like, you can't. Like, I can't repeat slavery as it was in 19.
Yeah, because times have changed.
It's different. It's similarity, but it's never going to be the same historical moment repeating itself ever again.
But I don't know if that actually. I never took that as it meaning that.
Oh, what'd you take it as?
I took it as it meaning
like,
that we're repeating itself just in another form. I'm clear on the fact.
Oh, maybe you've always been a free thinker then.
I know I'm clear.
I'm definitely a free thinker.
I've always been a free
not
thinker.
in the Kanye sense.
Right.
Hold on,
but
hold on.
Right.
I'm clear on the fact that I'm not going to be on a boat in chains. But to be honest with you, I think that history can repeat itself mentally.
Tear that pizza up.
You know what I mean? It can be a mental thing.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I don't really see it necessarily as.
But that's the imprisonment. That's what you know. Because
but I think that
you already did it. But that's what he's saying. That people don't do that. They don't think of it in that more broader. Really going into it. Like
so people think that history reaches up in a literal sense.
More majority think way different than we.
Well, that's because people look at things on
it's like
at the
face
surface,
value or whatever. Is that?
Yeah, on the surface, face value, and they react which causes people to act emotionally.
I can't imagine.
I read something called the 50th Law by I think his name is Robert Greene. Is that right? I don't know. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's by Robert Greene, and that's one of the things that he talks about. Just people being trapped in their mind, looking into face value.
Robert Greene, I know this name.
And looking, yeah, it is Robert Greene. Mm-hmm. And let's Green with an E on the end. So go read that or listen to it, whatever the case.
Go read.
But yeah, he just talks about how people look at stuff. They don't look deep into things, and then they're always reacting off of emotion. Mm-hmm. So, which is what makes me so different. It's a big reason why like I don't have many like quote unquote friends, because I don't ever look at anything at face value. I don't look at Trump from face value. I don't look at Kanye for face value. I don't look at slavery for face value. I don't look at discrimination for racism for face value. It's always a deeper. And
people can't relate to that way of thinking, so
exactly.
You often look like a Kanye by yourself.
Exactly.
Having these, but Kanye went a whole nother.
But if you don't but people this is the thing, right? So they do that, and then they idolize people like Malcolm X, who was the epitome of free thinking, right? In order for him to do what he did, first he had to be a criminal. Mm-hmm. That was just his journey. Mm-hmm. Him being a criminal made him a more prominent leader because he knew the other side of the track.
Right.
And he looked at things not only from a black standpoint, but from a white standpoint. So in order for you to get to the root of a problem, in order for you to fix something, you have to get to the root of the problem. And that's what he was doing, trying to get to the root of the problem. But you can't do that and not be a free thinker and not be a person to look at things way deeper than face value and just on the surface. You can't fix a problem if you don't know the source.
But I don't need you riding with a supremacist in the process.
My thing is, you don't like.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you're right. You're just.
Yeah, the way I would do it is, and the way I see it is, I can explain how like Donald Trump as a villain perfectly, because at the end of the day, right, there's no good or evil. Right? When you think about it, things happen, and it's perception of what considered good or evil. Like in a movie, right? Every villain doesn't believe what they're doing is evil,
or if they're human.
Yeah, but even so, like every entity that's scary in a movie, that's look at every villain in a movie. Every villain doesn't believe that what he's doing is wrong. You never hear a villain say, yo, this is fucked up. Pow! You know what I mean? It's always like, we'll take the Avengers, since that's a hot topic, right?
Don't tell me nothing. I didn't see it.
All right, but do you know, the Thanos and all that?
Yeah.
All right, he's the villain.
Right.
But the way they depicted him in the movie, he was able to tell his side of what he was doing. And then you kind of was like, oh, shit. Yo, he kind of got a point. same as Black Panther, Killmonger. You saw Black Panther? All right. Have you seen Black Panther?
No.
All right, but whatever. I'm gonna spoil it.
Not yet.
Nigga, please. But same thing with Killmonger. Like his methods, he wasn't really a bad person. His methods were like
he was fucked up, from early on.
So wait, what are you?
So
what
he had every.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is there's really no such thing as good or evil, because at the end of the day, it's all perspective.
I believe there's good and evil.
You do. That's your perspective.
Yeah, that's
so
my
if you saw somebody get shot, face value, holy shit, he's wrong for shooting him. But
let me say this, and I'm a person where I can be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person where I can be the exact opposite.
Because you're a Cancer.
And true. And I'm not a person, I can't be enraged. I can't be enraged and have a knife around me or a gun. Because there's a possibility, if I'm enraged, if I think that if you disrespect my mother, and there's something around me, then I might use that on you. I know that about myself.
Ain't a killer, but don't push him.
I know that about. I know that about my verbally. Listen, I was working. I was working at a spa years ago, and this woman started disrespecting. Really came out her mouth crazy. Was yelling, and I was new, and it enraged. I felt rage. And she was pregnant, and I looked at her stomach, and I was about to tell her something horrible, and her husband was outside. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And so that's where my mind goes. I'm gonna look at your fucking stomach, and I'm gonna say something fucked up.
Wow.
And tell your fucking man to get out the car. Go and do it. That's how I am. But let me say this: I made a choice to stop that. Because people I think have evil in them. And so you make a choice. I was able to make a choice to say, Jason, that isn't how you deal with situations. And after you do that, you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good. It doesn't serve you any purpose.
All right.
So I think people definitely have that's evil for me.
So let me play devil's advocate, right? So I mean, from just me personally, right? When because that's happened to me as being a black man. First thing I do is I feel pity for people who are like that, like how she was to you. But furthermore, I think like what made her this way? Nobody's born evil.
Right. That's where I was going to say. She had something.
She's pregnant
to that.
Maybe her husband is abusing her emotionally, and she's just
agree with that.
at her wits' end. Or maybe she's going through some shit at home. It's not an excuse. I'm not giving an excuse.
But hold on. It's not about her. It's about me.
Yeah.
I have no excuse to talk to her that way, regardless of her actions. The only reason why I speak that way is because I have issues with my father, and it enraged. And I'm. Let me say this the right way. I've been around that kind of behavior. My father had a very sharp tongue. And also, I have family issues, and I probably have issues with being gay. But I really, really, really like when you're praying and you're meditating. That kind of stuff you realize does not serve you. So now I'm getting closer to God. So now I'm out of ego. I'm out of Jason's right all the time. I'm out of I'm defending a fag. I'm defending a nigger. I'm defending all that stuff. So I feel like, in a way, yes, there is good and evil, and I just chose to leave that. Yeah,
but that's fine. I'm not knocking you for that at all. But I'm saying, especially being in the Army, when you're fighting against somebody, and this is when it really, really hit me, because my grandmother used to always tell me like, good and evil, it's a matter of perception. I used to read like Malcolm X when I was like 11 and 12 and all that stuff.
I got my son reading that too.
Yeah, so I was put on like books and history and our essence very early, right? But it wasn't until I got into the military, and I'm not saying the military is good for this, because there's some holes in the military, let me tell you. But just having that upbringing, I started to realize like when we go overseas to fight people, all of America looks at it as evil, right?
Right.
But when we go to the Middle East, those people we're fighting, they look at us the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So who's evil to who?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Perception.
So to them, what they're doing is they're fighting for a cause. These are people that will die for God. Like, they think their God wants them to
True.
kill. So to them, just like we do whatever, just like we live for God, they'll die for God.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? First of all, let me just say, anybody you fight against who is willing to die at any point in time, yeah, all right, you never want to cross paths with a motherfucker
Can I
like
ask you a
that.
question?
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you feel about people who are like putting up anti-war signs and all?
Well,
that?
I'm anti-war,
Okay.
but I'm also pro bring your ass home, right? So if I go overseas, and say like for instance, a gay guy's fighting next to me, I don't give a fuck. As long as you can send them rounds down range, and you make it back to your boyfriend, and I make it back to my girl and my family. We all good. We can fight we can argue all we want in the U.S., but when we out this motherfucker, you an American, I'm an American, right? I don't agree with war, of course, but I do think confrontation is necessary, and I do think war is needed because everything is war, no matter what.
Okay.
That's the two things I've learned. Everything in life is a sale, and everything in life is a war. Even this podcast. When we do a podcast, we're busting our ass to make sure we outdo whoever's doing
that's
it.
free thinking right there, because he just changed it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all about, guns and busting shots. It is. It's true.
I saw his mind working. I saw his mind working.
Listen, I have fucking Tourette's.
No, I saw his
No,
mind.
I really like this conversation.
I saw his mind working. But that's just how I think. So being an entrepreneur, because I had a bunch of jobs in sales and retail and all that stuff. And in the Army, it's the same. It's no different. Everything in life is a war. Everything in life is a sale. You like men, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you go to a Barnes & Noble, right? When you go talk to a guy, or a guy comes to talk to you, he's trying to get something out of you. He's trying to win something out of you. Listen, it is what it is. It's a sale. He's trying to make himself, the product of him, seem like you need to buy into whatever he's giving you, right? It's no different than knocking on the door and trying to get somebody to buy this special carpet cleaner shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing when a guy comes to girls.
Sorry, I saw a real funny video yesterday. Shouts to Paul on my Facebook, and he was in the video. He was selling dick for 50% off.
Oh Lord!
It just brought that to mind.
I mean that's a viable resource though. It's a lot of women who need 50% dick.
50% off.
Yeah, it's a lot of women who need dick out there, and they won't admit it.
It's good.
I don't like when women do that.
Yeah. What?
Don't admit they need dick.
I hear you.
Yeah,
just come out and say it.
You don't like when women tell you that?
I don't like
Jay?
when women tell you that.
When women tell you they don't like that.
Pussy.
I can't even. Ew. The way you said it.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think.
Say it again. Say it again.
Give me that pussy.
Oh God, it sounds horrible.
I say it way deeper.
Give me that wet.
Give me here to say it.
Uh-huh.
Don't look in my eyes and say it. Don't look in my eyes and say that shit.
Right,
my girl is watching.
Girl, I don't really say that.
Right, you don't say that. I just want to.
You know what I do nowadays though?
Give me that.
If I'm ever in that situation, if I text or I'm talking, so we can do this, right? I need a yes. I need you to say yes.
Oh, so that's how you coming?
Yeah, before
we can do this.
Yeah, I need a yes, and they be like, "Well, read between the lines." No, bitch, because if I read between the lines, the police report gonna have. I can't read between them lines. So you need to text me yes.
I gotta confirm.
And I say yes. Yes. What?
Is the girl right there in the bedroom with you?
I don't give a fuck.
So you can have that that text on. Like you need that print. Fine. Text me right now, yes.
Do you want to fuck? Yes. Yes, what? Yes, I want to fuck. So in the court of law, you scroll. I got receipts.
This is the climate that we're in, ladies.
Exactly,
and
it sucks that it's like that, man. I wish it was the '90s where you could just like
you got to be
run them
careful.
up. Yeah,
I don't want you out here like God.
I ain't right.
Years later, what is he looking at? He said, "What if I just dipped off real quick?"
Yo, I saw a video. Some kid did that at his college graduation. Oh my gosh, that shit was hilarious. Black people were so funny.
Speaking of graduation, great segue. Did you guys hear there was a question? Should we continue to celebrate at graduations, like applaud and hoorah. And I'm looking at this shit like, this is a real article? Like, this is a question.
They must have been
that,
more
like,
than that. They must have been
colleges
running
have.
out of shit.
No. That's the thing. Like, a lot of schools don't want you clapping and, like, giving fanfare when somebody gets called up to the stage. And you out your goddamn mind.
Fuck.
Does that happen at
I
college?
spent over $40,000 a year.
What-
You
what?
better
Like,
know my
very
family
brief
going
stuff.
to
Oh, hell
and
no.
shout.
Hell no. When I go to graduations, we
We're
be
going all out. Now, high school is different. My sister just graduated a couple years ago, and she decided to dab when she crossed the stage.
Okay.
And they told those high school kids, told those kids, don't do anything special, don't do anything crazy, just take your diploma, shake their hands, walk across the stage. Now, my sister had to be the fucking idiot and dabs across it was hot though.
I'm about to say I like that.
The dab was hot.
I
caught the perfect
I
picture.
hate when people
Excellent.
do that at commencements.
But
like,
she didn't get her fucking diploma. That's not hot. It's
What
not
do you
hot.
mean?
They held it because they told all the kids don't.
yeah,
do
but
shit.
I don't like how they do that.
We're
And it's
gonna
a
hold
and it's a
your
story
diploma.
about the University of Florida,
It's embarrassing.
which sucks, man, because that's my hometown. But kids were walking and they were doing the celebratory stuff, and they were getting like manhandled
Oh
off the
yeah,
stage.
the guy was like pulling them off stage, like
Yeah.
bouncing them off.
Is this a black thing?
No,
Alright.
it actually was just they were rowdy, and I don't think it was a black thing.
No, I don't think so. White people celebrate too. You got to think.
was-
though.
No, was it a black thing? This situation?
No, I
No,
think
it wasn't.
just
It wasn't just black
rambunctious
people.
kids. In this
Yeah, but
particular-
you got to think though, like these kids, put themselves in debt to pay the bills at your
right.
institution
The last
Yeah.
day,
for 4 years,
I
and you're
am
not gonna let them do whatever they want to do.
doing it
You're not
all.
gonna let their people cheer, like
I
It's
wore a
celebrate,
camera
yeah.
phone on my
whitewash motherfucker.
on my what's that cap? Yeah, that's what it's called.
Like a GoPro?
Sorry, I wore a GoPro on my cap. I walked the stage. I had everybody.
would.
What? I had the whole crowd. I was like, "Yo, make some noise!" You know, I'm a DJ. Make some fucking
You
noise.
are a
I had the
DJ.
whole crowd like lit.
Listen,
for
when
me,
I-
for me, as I'm walking up the stage.
when
Yeah,
I
that
have
was
a
my
child,
moment, nigga. Like, yeah.
or like for instance, Liz has 2 goddaughters. When they walk across any stage, and I'm there,
Who hollering?
shit,
You're out of here.
I'm a whisper. Hey, this is what you do when you walk across the stage.
Yeah.
And if they don't do it, I'm gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck them.
No, because they get threatened. You can't do that shit.
Fuck them, man. Shit.
They take,
Hold,
they get
hold
threatened,
all
man.
of your applause until everybody comes across. Black people be like,
They hold them
yeah,
back in kindergarten
yeah,
now
okay,
and shit.
then.
They don't care. These kids is got it hard.
Hey,
out
black.
here.
Hey, not only black people.
And look, they taking the clocks out of classrooms now because they said the kids can't read them. Shit is fucked up out here, y'all.
Yeah,
Because the kids can't read them.
because they can't read analog clocks.
Can't read analog clocks, so they said, well, take them out the wall. No, teach them how to freaking read a clock.
Maybe they don't have a need for it anymore.
What the fuck?
What do you
you
mean?
haven't seen a watch, bro?
If
I can't tell time
if
on the watch I
everything-
have. I'll be like, what
if
the fuck?
everything digital,
Does someone know the fucking
if
time?
everything digital decided to just say, nah,
Yeah, iRobot.
you're screwed, bro.
Listen, I'm
You
a
done.
on the low. I'm like,
Well, we'll help
I'll
you.
be somewhere like, look,
Yeah.
can you tell me the
We'll help
time?
you, we'll help you as long as we can, because once you
Yeah.
get to be a
Look, you tell
liability,
me
It's a
the
wrap.
it's a wrap for your ass.
We gotta cut the cancer.
I
Keep
can't
it
deal
moving.
with you. I gotta go. AD, come on, I'm
Yeah.
out here.
No, I'm all about survival.
I'm all about that survival, and you
You
gonna
can't
be
tell
crying
what time of
over-
day it is
You're gonna
without.
be crying over Cosby and all kinds of crazy shit. Look, we got to go.
You call over Cosby, and I'm gonna look back at you. I'm gonna look right back at you like. I'm out.
I was like, oh my god.
I won't even listen.
You
Fuck
were
it.
my hero.
I won't even think twice.
Trying to tell you, but yeah. So
Oh, Cosby not going to jail. He about to appeal, and they just, you just keep.
right, just keep going.
Yeah,
until
and then he gonna
until
die.
he dies. Sad but true. It's
He's
sad.
dead.
It's sad but true. They took
He's
him. They taken
dead.
away all his everything, all his
Well,
accolades.
I think he.
that had already got.
I think he
got.
kind of deserves this kind of part.
My grandmother was like, "No."
He spent
I
so
said,
much.
What
He
what
spent
is
so
wrong
many
with you?
years like discrediting
all
these people, like black people, like not white folks, black people, like the people we look up to
Yeah.
now, like the Mike Epps, the Chris Tuckers, the Wayans brothers,
Eddie Murphy.
But you know
Murphy,
something?
Martin,
And shouts to Eddie Murphy, by the
DJ,
way,
Def
got up on
Comedy
the stage and gave Cosby a piece of his
Well,
damn
let me-
mind.
can
I like Eddie Murphy.
Tastefully.
Can
That's
I
my
say
mom's
this?
favorite comedian.
Tastefully.
There are a lot of
What, Cosby,
older.
son?
There are a lot of
What,
older
Theo?
black people. Did you call me Cosby?
What
son?
Theo?
Theotis.
Theotis.
Channeling Bill right now. All right, so there.
I'd like to talk to you
Let me move my cup. You channeling
about
Bill.
my
Wait a
arrest
minute. Why
and
do you sound
conviction
like a retarded Bill Cosby?
because I am now taking the opioids that I gave to all the women
Imagine.
and it's feeling really good.
Wait, all right.
Shouts out to Claire Huxtable.
There are a lot of
Camille.
Felicia
older.
Rashad.
Oh yeah, Felicia Rashad is so beautiful. There's a lot of older black people that felt the same way that he felt. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the table.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
are.
hear that?
You have to make a point with your finger.
Wait. What to make a
That figure. With that figure.
Move it along.
That's the G spot for a man.
Excuse me.
No, I don't think so.
It is.
Not
No.
that
You've
we're
never
not
had a
doing
finger
this.
all the way up your butt.
First of all, I think some woman made that shit up to just tell men, like, to get men to do some dumb shit. Anytime a woman tells a man something in sex,
booty.
yeah, nah.
Put finger in butt. That is exit only. In
What do you
my
mean?
house, that's exit
Oh,
only.
no,
We're
they
not
make it
doing that.
squeaky clean. If it's not squeaky
And
clean,
if my
then
grandmother's
it's
watching,
not.
please forgive me what I'm about to say,
Okay,
but
D.
listen,
Man
sometimes it's not a finger that has
Man
to go.
butt.
Sometimes a finger doesn't have to go in the butt. Anybody tossing salads in here? Mm-hmm.
Well, we already know the answer to that.
No, we don't. We didn't. I
I'll
didn't think we had
toss a
that.
salad.
Oh, you okay? Yeah. You like yeah? Dim sum like.
Chef salad and shit.
AD, as we bring this awkward question around the room, that's what we should do. We should have an awkward question
It's not really.
every week.
Well, I'm not really an awkward person. So
I
I
don't
live.
care,
I
I'm
live my
saying.
truth.
Let's go.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not just not munching on everybody's butt.
No, it's gotta be clean, booty.
Yeah, well, not only clean. We have to be at a certain level for me to lick y'all.
Okay.
But
Is
I-
it
but I
legs
do it.
back or doggy?
I prefer doggy. I prefer the R.
Really?
Kelly
That's
take.
fine.
I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't like it. Not doggy. Put my legs up. Sorry. Yeah, put my legs up. And I said mine. Okay, so that means
How
I think every man.
Like all the way back.
I'm kind of chunky, so it's not gonna go that far. It ain't going that far. I'm gonna start rolling around looking real crazy if you go.
I think every guy once he approaches the age of like 25, he has to start like eating ass. He has to experiment with.
Oh, I love Mickey.
You said nah, Malik, you gonna try it. You gonna be eating.
Malik said no.
You gonna be eating pussy from the back.
He's
and
young.
And
He's
it's
young.
gonna-
I need to try it for years.
It's gonna slip.
He said,
All right, you're gonna come across some fine chick. You're gonna be eating her from
Ladies,
the
you
back.
got them nice
And
lips.
what happened is, it ain't much separation from each hole, and you're gonna slip. Oh shit!
I ain't never
And she gonna say,
Woo!
"Woo!"
That's
And
what that Migos song is all about. Slippery.
Oh,
Excuse
Lord.
me.
Oh my god.
Watch. You gonna do it, and I want to be around when you come to me and be like, "Yo, it happened," and I'm like.
Listen, no,
It's like a rites of
like
passage
you
for
said
me.
though, everybody
It's a
ain't
rite of
can't
passage.
get that kind of treatment. So that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Oh no, not
person.
everybody. You just
You
don't
can't be
know.
out here
The way
butt
you
munching.
said it though was like.
I do it all.
He was like, yeah,
no.
look at
Don't
me,
be out here.
I do not just walk around sucking asshole. Like,
Wait. Who said sucking?
Nobody said sucking asshole.
Time out.
Is that
Time
part of
out.
it?
Wait, what are we
Time
talking
out.
about here?
Tossing
We were talking about like
salad.
Malcolm X and shit.
Sucking asshole.
I don't even know how we got here because you went to Cosby and then it just really went a whole
I
other
don't even
way.
care about him anymore.
Yeah. Now I got my nigga back. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. Yeah. So
Let's talk about
Move
the
on.
Met Gala. Did everyone see the Met Gala?
I didn't. You don't see the Met.
Oh
I
my
keep telling
God.
you guys. You
You
don't
see the entrance.
the Met Gala.
What
It's
do you?
the Met Gala.
Yo,
What people
I don't
Yo.
want to see them
the Met
fucking
Gala.
eat.
What do you think? What happens at the Met Gala?
They chill. They dance.
They
They
do
party.
coke. They do coke
They
in
actually
the
did
bathroom.
They actually did a really dope art.
Oh yeah, with the pictures and shit.
Yeah, it was
Video?
like incredible. The video and shit.
You know
Really
what I
dope.
think they do?
What?
I think they pick another human to sacrifice. I think it's an
Right,
Illuminati.
this
thing.
Illuminati thing.
party.
I think that's
Yeah, it was Catholicism the theme.
Right. They're all going to hell.
Look,
Yeah.
They're all going to hell.
In a handbasket.
Anna Wintour, Vogue editor.
Uh-huh.
She sets it all up. She invites people. Like she.
Rihanna looked
Like,
dope.
you think about the Illuminati.
Right?
Anna Wintour would be such the MC for.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
Listen,
Illuminati.
time out. To what you said.
What?
At what point do we start holding Rihanna accountable for the bullshit she do?
What
What are you
happened?
talking
What you
about?
talking about?
First of all, she went to Coachella looking like Rey Mysterio.
Okay,
Okay,
that was bad.
And then Met Gala, I'm like,
She was
We
a
give her-
female slutty pope.
Yeah.
She was hot at
That
at
was
the Met.
hot.
That was hot.
Listen, I would have fucked her. I would have fucked her in the bathroom.
No. Don't get it mistaken.
To
I would fuck Rihanna.
What to be that papal and to be that sinful in the same body in the same room with all of that stuff? Are you kidding me?
Was Beyonce there? They said
Incredible.
Beyonce was there as the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, probably over them all.
Wait,
Like,
can I just say something about Nicki Minaj?
Nah, she look hot.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
She
just
did
like-
look sexy though.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like
I didn't like it.
I feel like air high five. I feel like every time
I didn't like
she puts
Cardi's
on
though.
tries to put on an elegant gown, it just doesn't.
Oh.
You know why? Because her body's bought.
It just doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Like Kim didn't look good.
Because you couldn't even see it. It wasn't still. It wasn't anything to see.
Kim didn't look good in her dress. I don't
It
think.
just doesn't work for her.
Kim who? Kim what?
Kim K. Like.
Oh, Kim K.
Yeah, like that's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
what would you say about Kim K?
She didn't look that good in her dress.
I think
She didn't look
did,
that
though.
good. I didn't like Mary J.
I think she was
Blige's
bad.
look too much.
When you wear like
SZA
natural,
looked like she was going to prom. You know.
Chadwick
SZA.
Boseman looked
Chadwick
good.
Boseman, he looked retarded. Like
I liked it.
I hated it.
Nah, he looked like a priest pimp.
You
I'm
saw
sorry, he looked
Solange?
stupid. Solange looked bad. I loved it.
Yeah, she had a do-rag
Yo,
on.
Tokyo Vanity.
I
Shout
love
out to Tokyo
Solange,
Vanity.
man.
She said she looked like a sexy glove.
True. Very true.
Holy shit.
Very
Yo,
Yo,
anybody see Diddy?
No.
not lately.
Listen. Y'all didn't see Diddy at the Met Gala?
He'd be the next one.
Listen, no.
No.
I'm
This
over him.
this
He was at the Met
nigga
Gala?
this nigga had on white.
I didn't know he was there. Seriously.
shady.
No, really,
That's
no.
shady.
I'm sorry, Diddy, because that's my.
invested.
Listen,
no.
no.
I
Like,
love
no.
Diddy. I love
This
Diddy.
nigga had on white.
Love it.
But his white
What?
was like white.
White.
It was like Diddy.
Like pure.
It was like angel white. That nigga brought a religious white to the forefront. That nigga.
I did not see Diddy.
Who was the best male?
Let me say.
Look at how white that is. That shit look Photoshop.
Oh, she
It
looks
looked like
fucking bad.
it's like.
Oh, Cassie? Oh, Cassie
Cassie
looked
was fucking-
amazing.
It looked funny that outfit, Cassie. That outfit is hot. Move. That could be my tux for my wedding.
When you get married? Oh,
Like, give me that phone.
you just
Dropping bombs and I be like, what?
Wait, so who's the best
That's
looking
happening
male?
like
Who was the
2019.
best dressed?
I like what Black Panther wore. I like
This is
that.
nice.
But Diddy,
The dark skin men taking
Why
over.
have I missed that?
I don't know, but that's white though. That's like platinum white. Like, how do you get something that
Do you
white?
like it?
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Oh, I love it. But it
You
looked
can't
like,
even
but
breathe
look,
on that
look,
shit.
It looked like a little piece of exhaust, just like this whole
It's a
shit is
wrap.
fucked up.
The Migos.
Oh,
I feel like the Migos wear the same thing every event.
with a dab of ranch.
I do.
Yeah,
That
I
is
fucks
true.
with the
You know,
Migos
I
heavily,
saw the
but
Migos. I
some of
was-
the listen.
I love
Listen,
them because
people,
they're out there.
people.
What?
There's a difference between being out there and just wearing weird shit. Like sometimes ASAP
See, I
Rocky
knew you were gonna
wears
do
some
this.
weird shit.
Oh,
Did you like
ASAP
Pharrell?
Rocky. Did you see
He
ASAP
looked
Rocky?
he looked good at the
He
Met
had a whole
Gala.
purse on.
But sometimes they take it too far. Sometimes
Yeah.
they wear some
You
weird
say
shit.
that?
And maybe I'm
But
not
it
rich
wasn't.
enough.
It really wasn't even the purse that bothered me. It was his pose. It was like
He posed for it.
he
Yeah.
posed for it, and I
It
was like,
looked like
"Don't
that.
give me, yeah, don't do that, don't do that."
Did you like
It's
Pharrell?
my AG bag. It's
Huh?
not a
Did you
purse.
like Pharrell?
I didn't see what he wore.
It's
You bring
not a
up
purse,
Pharrell?
Liz.
Pharrell, I mean,
Mm.
Pharrell's always been like that.
She don't work for you.
I'm saying.
Shouts to Liz, yo.
She,
Shouts to Liz.
I like
You
Pharrell.
say you want to ASAP Rocky stuff? Or?
Pharrell.
Yeah, I didn't see what ASAP
I
wore.
love that his wife always dresses up with him.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay. Now he looks cool. He looks cool.
Yeah, and the nigga,
But he always does.
He still
you
look
know, he does
15.
it right, and he doesn't age.
50 kind of roasted ASAP.
look like
Yeah.
no.
Now,
man.
who wouldn't roast this? Now come on, look at his
Let me
face.
see.
Look at him.
Listen,
He
I don't
look like
care.
you.
I don't care.
Jay, he look like you.
I'm
and that's
not even that
offensive.
girly. Jay.
You're not even this girly. Look at him. Look at his hands.
I don't wear no fucking purse.
Why his hands?
Let
like
me ask you
that?
something though.
I don't wear no fucking
Let me.
purse.
But let me ask y'all something on a serious note. Do you think men dressing like this, the popular celebrity men who dress like this, do you think that there's some being over them that influences them to dress like this so that they can get us to dress like this so that we can seem more
No, I think
emasculate?
that I really think. Let me answer
they can
this. Let me
demasculate
answer
us.
this real quick because
Yeah.
I'm having this thought about Young Thug right now and how when he came up with the dress and the cover and that whole shit, right? And then
The Mortal Kombat
the
pose.
Mortal Kombat pose and all this, and I'm like, you know what? I wasn't mad at him for that. Like I was just like, you know what? He's just different, and I'm okay with that. I may not be into that, but there is a was it asexual
Yeah.
thing that just started to happen? Like
Wait,
pink,
wait. Asexual.
Wait,
It's not
then-
asexual.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm
Asexual means you only fuck yourself.
It's not asexual. It's Afro. Come on.
Afrocentric?
Come on, guys.
Bisexual?
It's a phrase. Pink's daughter. Come on, y'all. Help me.
Afrosexual?
You know-
Ambiguous?
that's
No.
not it. That's not it. Help me out on live. Come on. It's when a person doesn't really want to identify. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't. They don't identify. It's not about your fashion. It's how you comfortable. Little Uzi Vert is a
What's the word for that?
Oh, I can't think of it right now.
This is a conversation
This is
that
a really
needs
good
to be had
conversation.
between
But
straight and gay people.
There
'cause I'm confused.
There's and it's
I am
very
too.
confusing, but there's a comfortability for people like a Little Uzi Vert or a Young Thugger who is now expressing his love for these different
I'll be right
men in the industry, and it's not to me. It's not coming off as gay to me. It's just coming off as this is how I feel.
I don't think it's
know
coming
how
off
else
as
to
gay.
really explain
It just comes off as feminine.
Okay.
So I just raised a question.
Okay.
Do you think there's an agenda to demasculate?
No, I don't.
Am I saying that right?
You
Demasculate,
are.
right?
You are. And my answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. When you come back to the mic.
Let me say this.
Fucker.
No, to answer your question, I'm saying no. I think that there's this new category that we have to. There's this transsexual thing that's happening. People are very confused, but we have to understand too what's going on in that.
But this is a big. Okay, I hate to always make I feel like I don't make everything always race. But I'm gonna bring it back. Is that a question that is more
for black men?
You think that they're trying to emasculate
for black men?
Demasculate.
Yeah.
Emasculate?
No, wait. What is it?
It's demasculate.
Right? Do you think they're trying to demasculate
black men? I'm asking that. I'm asking that question specifically for black people. Yeah, for black people.
And really to you.
I don't. I honestly. I mean,
actually, if you thought that.
Yes or no?
I don't
yes or
think
no?
so.
No. Yeah, I'm at a loss for it because I see it and I'm like,
I feel like
well, this is me free thinking because I know that I don't know about their world because I'm not rich and famous yet, so I don't know like why they wear these things or who said this shit is cool. I just know when I get famous. First of all, please don't ever let me wear some shit like this. All right.
But see, that's the thing, and I get what you're saying, but I think that's a condition too of people. Like who said women can't wear pants? Who said it?
You're right.
And for years, women just didn't wear pants. We just didn't wear pants.
The first thing I think when I see the Migos wear like big ass boots like that is.
I think Rockstar.
I'm thinking like where you get it. Even Prince, I think where do you get this style from?
From your. I think it's from you. I think these are but
that's what I'm saying. My
literally
style
walk and breathe this type of style.
But that's what I'm saying. My style is,
and now fashion is so prevalent.
But that's what I'm saying.
They're making this a thing. Like I saw this in the store. I'm wearing a AG bag. I'm calling it, but it looks like a purse. But for me, it's a. I needed something a little different, and I like the swag of it. And it's just like,
but see, my thing is like I always think like, what is the source?
For me, it comes from myself. It comes from me.
Like
what about you?
Like what is it? Yeah. What do you think the source is of influence that drives like fashion that way?
I mean, I know everything has to come to an end, and I think that everything. I think everything basically comes back around.
Full circle.
History repeating itself.
I think it's a really good question because. I think it's a really good question. I really don't know the answer.
Yeah, so it's a tough question to answer.
We don't know.
We don't. When I look at it, I think there are very artistic minds and just different thinkers, different free thinkers.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
And they're expressing that.
And that's
I'm not wearing them big ass.
And nobody's. And that's the thing. They're not asking other people to get involved with that. You don't have to wear the ballerina jeans. You gotta go find the men jeans though.
That's fine.
Because it's more popular now. So that's what.
Well, Levi still makes men jeans.
They do, but they're hard to find. That's what my man was saying today. He was like,
Hollister,
"Yo, where do you?"
Hollister still makes me. I mean, they're a little tight. But
Hollister is so.
Well, hey.
I like Hollister.
JC Penney's is
it
still
always
in
is
business.
like the beach in there. It's like totally.
It is mad flip flops.
You can't shop in there.
It's mad flip flops, and I can't even.
Jeans right now from there.
Oh, excuse me. Are they tight? They're not. Okay, they're pretty good. Okay.
Right,
anyway,
well, you know what?
Moving on. AD was talking.
Okay, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
You got up.
I just wanted them to see my thought. Wait, what were you saying, AD? Wait, let me cut you off real quick.
Before I start.
But here's my thing. All right, going back to, I remember them talking about black men in comedy. Always, they put them in a drag.
Yeah.
And so I would also, and I would think about it, but then I would also see where there were white comedians that would dress in drag as well. But I did notice that it was far more black comedians than white. So I don't know.
I think it's true. I think when
that they want to be
dressing in drag. For say Martin Lawrence Big Mama's House.
Okay.
And like Eddie
that's
Murphy.
been going on for years.
Even Wesley Snipes and Tu Wong Fu. But
there's a comedian.
If the check is big enough, I'm getting in a dress.
But there's a comedian who did. There's a comedian who didn't do that. Who's considered one of the greats.
Who?
Dave Chappelle.
Also,
Absolutely.
Bill
I don't think you have to. Wait. Were you saying that?
Bill Cosby.
Wait.
Dress.
Were you saying that they've done that and then their careers get catapulted?
No, but that's been the consensus.
That they put far more black comedians.
But that's the consensus. In order for you to. Oh no. We're good. We should be alright. Just don't let us go to 2 hours. That's too long. But like it's a consensus that when black people, when black comedians get to it.
I don't know about you.
That's an analog watch. Oh, you trying to eat that pizza?
I'm trying to eat my food, okay?
Fuck out of here. All right, let me make this point. We can get out of here.
Go ahead. It's gonna be about an hour.
Right.
Good.
Let me sit back.
No, but it's a consensus that in order for black comedians to get more prominent movie careers, they have to put on a dress.
Right. Okay,
That's been the consensus. And
do I believe it? Probably.
And almost every comedian has done it. Well, that's super like big. Like it's like a sacrifice they got to make. Except for Dave Chappelle when he didn't.
And that nigga said nope.
And look what happened. You know what I mean? Nope. So, yeah, I don't know. That's why I ask you. I think there may be an agenda, and I'm not the kind of guy to be like, oh, everything's cold to the black man. You know what I mean? But there is an agenda out there. I do know that.
That's something I haven't looked into, so I can't answer, to it. But that's it really is interesting to think about when you think about it, because there's a lot of them. Yeah. It's not
exactly.
It's not just one.
Exactly. It's not just Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence. It's like a lot of these comedians who got on have been on social media with us.
Music though too. A lot of these music artists are just
very eccentric. Very
what is that word?
Eccentric?
Eccentric. I don't know if that's it. That's not it. It's not it.
Look up what eccentric means.
Aphrodite? No.
No.
Come on.
Isn't it androgynous?
Androgynous. Thank you. Androgynous.
It's androgynous.
Shouts to the androgynous. Yes.
Okay, Jason.
Like Pink's daughter, when she got up on stage, I forget what award ceremony it was, but she got up on stage and she spoke about her daughter. And she said, I'm raising my daughter.
I knew I was right. Days. First of all, the meaning of eccentric means unconventional and slightly strange.
Look up
I wasn't saying that.
No, I believe. No, we're talking about.
You were wrong. It wasn't the word that I was looking for. I thought you were trying to help me with my words. I knew you know your words. I know my words.
I'm making a point to people being eccentric who get celebrities.
We educate motherfuckers on this show. Yeah. Come on, spell that for these people out here. Spell it.
Eccentric. ES.
ES trick, bitch.
Trick hoe. No, but I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry.
Except for Denzel.
Did we interrupt your point?
No, I made it.
Got through it.
I made it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
We did not rehearse any kind of song, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to sing at this point.
Glad
so long, farewell. I got that from Family Guy. I know it's a real song.
Go ahead, sing a goodbye song.
This is America.
No, you know what song is a good
You're supposed to be saying goodbye, but go ahead, AD.
A good goodbye song is Tupac, Checkout Time.
Okay, go.
You heard that song?
Go.
We gotta go.
Okay. We gotta go right now.
Yeah, see?
We gotta go. Hey.
Look, man, wrap this shit up. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Wait, go ahead. AD has more.
We gotta plug. You gotta plug your shit before we get out of here.
All right. Well, I'm just on 2 gays in the straight.
You should always be last, okay?
Yeah.
Once again, I am the DJ Amazing Grace. You can follow me on all social media at Grace the DJ. Shouts to my crew at the After Party Radio Show. Check us out live and lit each and every Saturday at 10 a.m. to noon. Yeah.
I'm AD.
He ain't got nothing to say. Go on and plug that shit, boy.
All right, so we got the Platform Project, where it's a web series. Play music videos, 10 music videos from up and coming artists. We don't do none of the mainstream shit. We talk about all the things that happen in pop culture. You saw the video on Instagram today. You know what I'm saying? We put that shit together.
Real crispy, that shit. I like that.
I mean,
shouts to production too.
Shouts out to, you know what I'm saying? The pro dough is out here.
Backdrop looking good. We just out here.
And so follow that at Real the Platform on all social media accounts. Up South Media on all social media accounts. And the web series comes on every Tuesday on our Up South Media YouTube channel. All right, and I think that's it for me.
Is it for you?
All right, that's it for me.
Jay, I had a great time with you, Jay, as always.
I had a great time with you. I'll see you Saturday.
This gets really gay.
Yeah.
This is homo.
Okay.
Let's get this photo shoot.
Bye, guys.
Oh yeah, photo shoot on Saturday.
Yeah. All right.
Stop. talking.
I'm good.
Okay, AD is finally done.
The fuck you mean
And-
AD is finally done? Not AD is finally done.
It's a wrap.
Peace.
Peace.
Up south, down, 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 down.